thinking about. Right now, we want to talk to Mr. William Salon. He runs the Bronzeville Boutique, which is beautiful clothes, and he's going to let us know how he got his business started.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here so full right now because I'm sitting here asking God, because I believe in God. I'm sitting here asking him to say, God, can you allow me to say something that can help all these people, because I started where all these people started, you know. But I can't start telling you guys about how I got started until I talk about that young lady up there, which is my wife. My life changed when I met her. And she was a little girl with a dream. And I said, hey, what you want to do with your life? She said, I want to own a boutique. I said, you want to own a boutique? She said, I want to own a store. I said, okay. So that's where the journey began. A little bit about myself. I was born on 47th and Greenwood. I lived on 39th and Cottage Grove. I graduated from Wendell Phillips High School. I went to United States military. When I got out of the military 48 months later, I came back to Bronzeville and worked at my mother's funeral home. She made me the vice president of the funeral home at 21. And that's where the business, you know, it got started. And I'm trying to remember all your different comments and try to touch on them. Right after that, I met my wife. She told me about that dream. And we set out. I will tell you this about entrepreneurship. It will test your faith in God. So if your faith in God is shaky, increase your faith in God and stay on your job. What it takes to be an entrepreneur is a little bit of money, a little bit of knowledge of what you want to do, some passion, and a whole lot of effort. That's what it takes. You know, Popup, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I am so happy. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know, to have the opportunity to go and practice your craft along with other people who wants to do that. You must love this thing you do. If you got some great idea and you just want to make some money, you might need to stay on your job. But if you got passion for what you got,
Speak now.
come on in, the water's fine. You know, it is until you become fully committed that the universe will aid you with this one. This is the real deal. I want to thank all the men for keeping 43rd Street conducive to do business. Because if it wasn't conducive to do business, we would get no business. I'm so full. I want to say something to help everybody.
You are. And enjoying it too.
First thing we did, we went to Indiana. That's where God sent us. They sent us to Indiana. We went to Gary, Indiana. We went to Glen Park in Indiana. We didn't know nothing about Gary, Indiana. We went there, and that's where it started, you know. That's why I got the first faith in God lesson, because we lived on the south side of Chicago. We opened a store in Gary, Indiana, 500 square feet, spent all of our money, put all of this stuff in this store, and one day we went to the bank, and we went to the bank, and I cashed a $35 check, and I said, oh yeah, by the way, could you give me my balance? And a girl wrote down on a piece of paper, 0, 0, 0. Handed it to me. And she dropped down below the counter like she dropped something. She was laughing. And I passed it to my wife. She started crying. And I drove a half a block to the store. I got my wife crying. I got every dime I got hanging on the walls. And I got 5 children. I live in Chicago. I go in the back of the store and I said, Lord, just allow me to practice this craft that you blessed me with. If somebody walks through that door, allow me to practice that craft. And that's where it started. You know, that was in 1996. In the year 2000, we did our first $1.5 million in sales. And became the #1 store in Indiana. We talking people coming from Evansville, Fort Wayne. We opened another store in Michigan City.
All right.
And it all started from a conversation. I want a boutique, and we got a store. We own a store at Michigan City Mall too. And now to tell you the secrets, not secrets, but it's some things that you must do when you're starting out. Because the rules aren't the same as the ones that they teach you in college. They don't teach you that every 5 years you must reinvent yourself or you're going to die with what you know. You must come up with something new. You have to. All of us thrown a party before, and this is so important. We've all thrown a party before, right? If you're going to throw a party, what do you need? A venue? You need some music. You need some type of beverage. You need some food. A DJ. And then what else you need to throw a party? Have you ever gone to a party and wasn't nobody there? A business is a party. You must remember this. A business is a party. I've seen so many of my young entrepreneurs open businesses. They put all the money on the walls. They put all the money, they got TVs, wood grain, they got couches, they got all this stuff, and don't invite nobody to the party. Success leaves clues.
Yes, it does.
One of the greatest clues I ever got from McDonald's. It's not a 2-year-old in the world that doesn't know what those golden arches mean. But every single day you turn on the TV, it's a McDonald's commercial. So you must invite people every single day to your business. If you sitting in your business, like a bunch of us entrepreneurs do, and don't nobody walk through that door, ask yourself a question when you go in the restroom, look in the mirror. Who did you invite? If you didn't invite nobody, that's why you got no customers. Ask yourself that question every day. And don't, man, I'm so full. Don't. This is when you start now. Where does this pride come from? Because if you work for somebody, they say, go clean them windows. Go pick that up. I'm going to need you to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and open these doors. Now all of a sudden you get your own stuff and you got pride.
Come on now.
I ain't doing that. If I read an ad right now and said I'll pay you $15 an hour to stand in the middle of the street and hand these pieces of paper to every car that comes, they're going to write down, they're going to take the application and go do it. Why in the world when you do it for yourself? I've had to do that. I speak on that because I've had to do that. It was doing a reinvention process. Less than 96, I said about 2000. What happened in 2001? Stock market crash. 9/11 came down. Bush became president. So between 2002 and 2009, you had to do whatever you had to do to survive. You weren't stacking no chips. You only was making enough money to pay bills. And what you had to do that, oh my goodness. I had to stand in the middle of the street. This is the same guy that did $1.5 million in 2000. In 2003, I'm standing in the middle of the street with coupons saying 2 pair of shoes for $20. When I was selling $2,000 leather jackets in 2000. You understand? 2 pair of shoes for $20. I ain't had no pride. I had to feed my family. If you're an entrepreneur, you are walking into an eat what you kill business. You don't kill nothing, you ain't gonna eat nothing. It's real talk. I want y'all to make it. Let me tell you something. I got to Gary. When we got to Gary, people that look like us didn't own hardly nothing. We opened up, and in 2 years, everybody started opening up. Everybody believed that they could do something. Yeah, I can do something. Yeah, I can do something. I also opened up a couple of restaurants while I was there too. It's a blessing. We need company. We got to change the mindset of our community that we can shop with our own self. We need company. We need restaurants. I went riding around Bronzeville the other day, man, at night. Do you know when the lights go out, ain't no place to eat?
Yes, I do know that. Yes, I do know that.
All of our restaurants close
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
Because it's
And everybody else's restaurants stay open. And you want to get diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol from all that.
yeah.
No place to get any vegetables out there. But I don't want to get off the subject. But I did that the other night, and I said we need real restaurants.
Yeah.
Besides Norman's is there. I like that. We need real restaurants, y'all. But where was I at?
We need real restaurants.
Okay, we need real restaurants. We need company. We need all your businesses. We need to train the next generation that it's okay. It's okay to spend money with each other.
How did you get the Bronzeville?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Reinventing ourselves. And the time came. Okay, yeah. The time came where we needed to reinvent ourselves. At the time, I know what happened. Michael Jackson died.
Oh my God.
And business was really difficult. That was the 08. That was the beginning of 09, right? Business was really difficult. Obama was running for president. Michael Jackson died.
You thought the Olympics were coming.
Right. But Michael Jackson died got me here because we left that store and went and sold Michael Jackson t-shirts on the corner of 2300 Jackson Street for half a year. That's why Michael Jackson. And then we got the capital to move to Chicago. You gotta reinvent yourself. And that's what it was. You have to, you're fully committed, so you have to be able to identify funds have to come from here. I have to go do this. So we came here, we knew it. We thought that the Olympics were coming to the south side, back to Bronzeville. And we said, wow. If the Olympics come to Bronzeville, which is Washington Park, that means they're going to need merchandise. Because we also were printers. We did t-shirts all around the country. And I was like, well, when we get to Bronzeville, they're going to need some Olympic merchandise. We can get contracts to do Olympic merchandise. Meanwhile, we don't have to have a 6,000 square foot store. We'll move to Bronzeville in a 400 square foot store with the mind of a person that has run a 6,000 square foot store. Right. And this is what we're going to do. First thing we did was, when I got to Bronzeville, they were still calling it the low end. This is the 09. And the name of our store, I mean, I grew up calling it the low end because I lived down here. But when I got here, I looked around, I saw the progress. And our name was Mocha Apparel at the time. And I said, you know what? We're going to promote something bigger than us, which is Bronzeville. And we're going to bring some dignity to this. We're not calling this the low end. This is Bronzeville. So I took my name and put it second. And put Bronzeville first, and then I went out and invited everybody across the entire city at the tune of 20,000 flyers a month with a staff of 3 people. That's how I did it. 3 people got paid every single Friday, Saturday for going from Evanston down to Indiana, to Maywood, to Bellwood, to Michigan. Every corner of this city they went, and people started calling this place Bronzeville. I get customers from everywhere. You have to invite people. You want to know the secret to success? You ain't going to have no problems that people can't solve. Y'all asking these questions? I'm giving it to you 100.
Say that again for us.
You're not, as a new entrepreneur, you're not going to have any problems that customers can't solve.
Come on now, tell the truth.
Period. Period. So where should your focus be? Not making the greatest cake.
Come on now.
I know, you do need the greatest cake. You know what I'm saying? If nobody buys the cake, you're out of business. So, 50% of your efforts need to be on customers.
Yeah.
Period. I want to remodel my entire store. I just don't have all the funds to do it. But customers will give you the funds to do it. And you're creating jobs. You're creating jobs. You want to know how to solve the job problem in our community? Who else gonna hire Poop? You gonna hire Poop?
Or baby.
Oh, baby.
No question.
No, unfortunately, William, God.
Oh, my time is up. I'm sorry.
It was Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Salam, I just want to say to you that I appreciate you being on 43rd Street because you change up your display and windows all the time. And you give faith to people who drive by there that something positive can happen on this strip. And I just want you to know that.